My name is Jim Moreland. I'm Director of Parks and Recreation here for the City of Little Canada. And I want to welcome all of you here for our 2013 Arbor Day celebration. Arbor Day was actually about a week and a half ago, but we waited for some nice weather before we decided to celebrate it. And it's a pretty nice day today. I just want to start off by recognizing some of the different people that are here. We have some people performing from the two schools here in Little Canada Elementary and St. John's. From St. John's School, we have Kristen Van Sickle's third grade class, who are going to perform Plant a Tree and the Tree Song for us. And then from Little Canada Elementary, we have Becky Bees and Carrie Smith's fourth grade classes. And they are going to perform For the Beauty of the Earth and Three Note Blues. So we want to thank you kids for being here. Along with that, we have some observers here from both schools too. We have all of the first grade classes, first grade classes from both Little Canada School and St. John's School. So we want to thank you kids for being here too. In just 2-3 years you'll be here, so start practicing your songs and everything for that time, and we'll have you out here in a couple of years. I want to recognize some other guests that might be here today. We have, I know from our Parks and Recreation Commission, we have Jeff Heike. Where'd Jeff go? There he is in the back waving. We've got some city staff here. Oh, one more Park Commission member, and her daughter and granddaughter just showed up. Linda Fahey is on our Parks and Recreation Commission. Bill Sanders is part of our Parks and Recreation group. He's our parks planner, but he's going to be speaking to you a little bit later. We also have some members of city staff here. Our maintenance staff, Derek Anderson and Matt Mallory. They've done a lot of the groundwork here. They've kind of pre-dug the holes for you, and they'll be helping you when we replant these trees or get them into these holes. We've also got a couple other staff members here that are probably the most important, because they're going to be in charge of giving out the cookies and the lemonade when we get done. That's Jessica Jago and Bill Dirks in the back there. We were going to have the mayor here today to open up the ceremony and give us a few words, but I got a call from him about an hour ago. He's tied up at the meeting. I'm not sure where he's at. I think he was down at the state capitol in some meeting and couldn't get out of there in time, so he's not going to be with us, but we are going to have our park consultant, Bill Sanders, say a few words. And Bill, I think we'll just bring you up now.
Welcome to Spooner Park. This is the kind of the central park for the city of Little Canada, and I bet most of you have been to this park before, haven't you? How many of you kids have come down here with your families? Good, just about everybody. So this has been a really popular park for the city of Little Canada, and it was actually the first park that was developed in the city. And I think this year is kind of a birthday in many ways for the Park Commission of Little Canada, who runs the park system. It was back in 1973 that park committee was first formed, and that's 40 years ago. So the beginning of this park was really it's celebrating its 40th birthday this year, and I bet a lot of your parents are probably getting close to 40. Maybe a few of them are anyway. So you kind of know how old this park is. It's really getting up there in years. The city. The first chairman of the park committee back then was the man by the name of Carl Spooner. And so that is where the name Spooner Park came from. This park was named for Carl Spooner, who was the first park chairman of the park committee. And he was also a former mayor of the city, a very forward-looking man who did a lot for this city. So we're very proud of the fact that we remember Carl Spooner when we have these events in the park. The park system in Little Canada has grown a lot since then. This is really still the central park for the city and has a lot of different activities. The children's playground that we're adjacent to here has a lot of trails, a lot of wildlife, ball fields, picnic grounds, so there's something really for everybody to do here. And it's also the site of Canadian Day Celebration, and probably a lot of you come back for Canadian Days during the summer and take that event in. So we're very proud of our park system, and we hope that all of you come back and use the park system as much as you can. Today we're going to be planting a couple of unusual trees. These are a tree called ginkgo. And ginkgo trees, we don't have too many of that type of tree in the city of Little Canada, but they are a very long-lived, durable tree. Doesn't have very many diseases or anything that affect it, so we expect these trees to live a long time, probably over 100 years. And the ginkgo is originally from China, so it was brought over to this country and started planting here. So we're going to enjoy that planting today.
The sunbeams are twinkling, the air soft and free. It's telling a message to you and to me. Come out, we're planting our tree. Come out, let's all plant the tree. Though now it is slender, no taller than I, it soon will be growing straight up to the sky. A tree that reaches so high. A tree that touches the sky. For the beauty of the earth, for the beauty of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Friends of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of human love, brother, sister, parent, child, friends on earth and friends above, for all gentle thoughts and mild. Friends of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise.
We have a pretty dull program if it wasn't for you kids coming down here to help entertain us. So we really appreciate that, and we appreciate the work that you've done in practicing these songs and putting this performance together here for us today. We'd like to do is kind of say that one of the trees is probably going to be the St. John's tree. We'll have all the St. John's kids maybe up that way further. We'll have the Little Canada children from the school here plant this tree down here. And our maintenance people will help you with that. We'll get them in the hole. But I'd like everybody to take a chance or take a spoonful or a shovelful, whatever we can get in that hole there, a little bit from everybody. just to say that you helped plant that tree. After we plant those trees, the fun part starts. We're going to all march up to the picnic shelter up here near the top. We've got some cookies there. We've got enough cookies for everybody, and some lemonade too to wash them down. So Jessica back there in the striped shirt has been up making cookies all night, so she's kind of tired, so be nice to her when you get up there. So she gets a little owly when she's tired. Thanks, Jessica. We also have, I think we passed out a little program to each one of you. You can take that home as a little souvenir. And for both the classes, the 4th grade class from Little Canada School and the 3rd grade class from St. John's, I've got some brochures for you on how to plant a tree that you can take home with you. And hopefully you can encourage your parents to plant a tree in your yard, and you'll have some expertise in how to do that. And I want you kids to, when you come back down here in later summer or other years, if you see that those trees need a little drink of water, let's go down to the, we've got a pump down below. We've got some water up here by the building too. We can dump a little water on those trees and make sure that they stay nourished for a long time. So if the St. John's tree happens to die in a year or two, I'm going to come down to St. John's and talk to you kids. Same thing with Little Canada School. If the Little Canada tree dies, I'm going to have to come and talk to you kids about it. So take good care of it, and just keep in mind that this is going to be your tree here from years on.